Welcome to another episode of Star Wars Nightmare Fuel, where I talk about some of the scarier and/or disturbing things of Star Wars. This video, I want to talk about Bor Gullet. Yeah, that guy. Bor Gullet was a telepathic cephalopod used by extremist Saw Gerrera to extract information from his prisoners. The creature had purplish skin and both large tentacles and smaller ones at the base of his body. It used its tentacles to glide forward and make me want to vomit. Bor Gullet was an empath that understood exactly what you were thinking. No secret was safe from this creature, and he was great to use during interrogations.
Bor Gullet can feel your thoughts. No lie is safe.
It was originally created as a means to get in Jin's head, but later was used on Rook instead. The creature would use its tentacles to wrap around necks and heads and go inside their ear so he could feed off their emotion, the tentacles sometimes pulsating as it did so. It loved feeding on fear, sadness, and sorrow, and joy too. Eating your joy was just so very delicious. To get a better idea why this is a nightmare fuel character for me, I want to share with you what Rook went through during his interrogation by the creature.
The shadows were crawling towards Bodhi now, swirling around the base of his chair. They smelled cloying as blooming flowers. He held his breath, tried to shrink back into a seat. Bodhi felt a touch on his shoulders, on his neck, feather light and almost gentle. When he trembled, however, the touch became painful, like his flesh was being pinched in a vise. He thought he was saying, "I never lied to you, I never lied," but he couldn't hear his voice. The tendrils found his forehead. He felt his hair pressed tight against his skull as something wrapped about him. He closed his eyes. His body felt cold and clammy with sweat he was too dehydrated to exude, and pinpricks of fire burned at his temples. Bodhi Rook understood the distinction between past and present, between recollection and reality. He just wasn't sure which was which anymore. Bor Gullet had taken everything Bodhi was, every intimate thought and dream, every cherished or forsaken memory, and torn through it with tendrils like scalpels. A scrap of a first kiss drifted, ripped and sodden, into a pile on the right. A ribbon of kyber crystals floated to a pile on the left, pressed and preserved for further examination.
While he's being forced to relive memories, he starts to not know if these memories actually happened or if they're made up. He also begins to forget how to breathe, so there's that. Besides that whole thing, there's also the side effect of losing your mind. Sometimes it's temporary, but it definitely messes with your head even after the creature is done with you. After his interrogation, Rook tries to stuff every memory back in his head, and he thinks that it didn't all fit right like it did before, which is just a horrifying thing to think about. At least for me. Imagine taking all your memories and trying to stuff them back in your head and realizing, wow, this isn't right. You begin to question your entire existence. Even after he's away from the creature, he's still seized by the memory of what it did. He questions his own thoughts and memories, and he's thankful that he's not anywhere near the creature, or he goes places where that type of creature may be. And really, who knows how bad the effect is on each individual person. Some people might be absolutely bonkers for the rest of their days. Honestly, the final version they went with wasn't as terrifying as the concept creatures they drew up. Most of the early designs had the misshapen creature using mechanical legs to get around and needing life support to live. These two images are okay, and I actually like the two different shapes. However, the next two always give me the chills. This concept art of Bor Gullet is a bit more octopus looking and incredibly unnerving. And then this concept art makes the creature look evil as hell, and I would definitely pee my pants if I encountered this one. Who am I kidding? I'd pee my pants if I came across any version of Bor Gullet. So thank you for watching another episode of Star Wars Nightmare Fuel. The lesson here is that Star Wars is scary. Make sure you come back for more Nightmare Fuel videos and laugh at me.
Thanks so much for watching. Please like the video and subscribe for more Star Wars videos.